Good evening and welcome to Breaking Views on NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. Ladies and gentlemen, there is loud clamour, a lot of noise these days that you are hearing around two words: caste census. While the opposition seems to be uniting on this call, trying to put the BJP in a spot of bother, there seems to be no consensus as far as the caste census is concerned. That's what we'll be discussing this evening on Breaking Views. The BJP has hit back at the Congress party, calling it its double speak or hypocrisy as far as the Congress's stand is concerned. But what I want to, in fact, talk about this evening, the clamour for the caste census is rising almost as a clarion call by the opposition parties, possibly hoping to make this a big campaign point in 2024. The opposition hopes to use this as the reluctance of the BJP, to reveal the caste census of 2011 and also conduct a fresh one with the pending census of 2021 as a strong counter to the BJP's tried and tested formula of blurring the caste lines under the larger Hindutva umbrella, which since 2024 we have seen has worked in favor of the BJP under the stewardship of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So what's the clamour as far as the caste census is concerned? The opposition is demanding in-depth data on caste breakup. The last census, ladies and gentlemen, took place on all the castes under the British in 1931. After 1941, only data on SC/STs was published. Data on other minorities like the OBCs not collected. The 1931 census pegged OBC population at 52% of the entire population. 2011 census collected raw data on other castes but has not been published. The loud noise that you hear, जिसकी जितनी आबादी, जिसकी जितनी भागीदारी, जिसकी जितनी हिस्सेदारी उसकी उतनी भागीदारी. That's the call that the opposition wants to come up with ahead of 2024. Now, what has happened since then? And I will tell you, the data, largely the OBC data that you are looking at and possibly many government schemes, the government seems to be flying completely blind or are basing their assumptions on a data which was 90-year-old. A 90-year-old data is possibly being used for a lot of assumptions as far as the government schemes are concerned. The BJP today came out and has, in fact, put out its defense and has also hit out at the Congress specifically. It says that the Congress party avoided it as well. The BJP went on to say that Rahul Gandhi has been attacking Modi government on caste census. Rahul Gandhi is stooping to a new level of hypocrisy. Congress government has labelled caste census impractical. From Jawaharlal Nehru to Rajiv Gandhi, all Congress top leaders, stalwarts, prime ministers were against the caste census. Indira Gandhi put Mandal Commission report on the back burner. Rajiv Gandhi called Mandal Commission can, in fact, open a can of worms. Rajiv Gandhi also felt Mandal Commission was divisive. So how is that? The Congress has suddenly done a complete 360 as far as the caste census is concerned. Now, the opposition has demanded, as I told you, an updated, they have raised the stakes. After Rahul Gandhi spoke about it in Bihar, there is already caste census going on. Mallikarjun Kharge wrote to the Prime Minister. He said, remove 50% cap for quota for SC, STs and OBCs. So that cap also the Congress now wants to do away with. Nitish Kumar has demanded a properly conducted caste census. Bihar is already doing it. MVA, the Mahavikas Aghadi in Maharashtra, demand a Bihar-like census of OBCs in Maharashtra as well. Akhilesh Yadav has also extended support and has said census a must to give communities their rights. Mayawati has also extended support on this point and she has said centre should undertake a nationwide census. Before I go to my guest to discuss the implications on this, let me very quickly tell you what the government's position on this very issue in the top court of the country in 2021 was. Centre asked Supreme Court not to include the data on OBCs in the 2021 census. Excluding OBCs from caste census, a conscious policy decision is what the Modi government said. Process administratively difficult and cumbersome. The government also said such census will suffer due to incomplete data. 2011 census fraught with mistakes and inaccuracies. Population census not ideal instrument to collect details on OBCs was the government's position or stand. Very quickly, let me also now show you some pictures which are coming in today from Bihar, where the second phase of the caste census is on. Bihar, in fact, had announced that they are going to conduct, the government is going to conduct the census after the center ruled it out. Now, the caste-based head count is taking place in 38 districts in 2 phases. The first phase was in January. The second phase is underway in, as we speak, in the month of April. Now, this is expected to be completed by 31st May 2023. There are a few important questions that need to be asked and, of course, answered, apart from the, trying to distill it from the political shrill noise. Why is the BJP ducking as far as the caste census is concerned, despite polling very well with the OBCs? Data will show you 44% OBCs voted for the BJP in 2019. Will the new census allow regional parties to demand reshaping of the OBC quota? Is that the worry? Census may open a Pandora's box in terms of social justice politics, and hard data may highlight economic and social inequalities, which may not be very conducive as far as the political narratives are concerned. Let's very quickly try and understand few of these questions and open it to our guest at this moment. Let me introduce our guest, ladies and gentlemen. Sanjay Kumar, psephologist, a very well-known psephologist who has been doing number crunching on various issues, elections, and of course other issues for a very long time. He's a professor. He's joining us at this moment. We also have Dr. Naval Kishore, national spokesperson of the RJD. We have Nikhil Anand, spokesperson of the BJP Bihar, National General Secretary of the Bharatiya Janata Party, OBC Morcha as well. We also have Sujata Paul, spokesperson of the Congress Party. I welcome all of you on the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to start by asking you, Mr. In fact, let me very quickly go across and ask this question to the BJP spokesperson at this moment, because it's important. Nikhil Anand, you are also the BJP OBC, you are in this OBC cell, the chairperson of that cell. Isn't this a catch-22 situation for the Bharatiya Janata Party? If you reveal the data of 2011 census, then possibly you are going to antagonize your core voter, the traditional voters of the BJP, which data will suggest is the upper caste and the general categories. And if you don't do that, then possibly the OBCs, which have been attracted to the BJP under the Prime Minister, will start looking for alternatives. Is that the real reason why the BJP doesn't want to talk about the caste census?
First of all, I would like to say that caste is the rugged reality of Indian social life. Second point is that caste census is not the panacea for all the ills Indian society is facing. Third point is, caste should not be the Pandora box to play caste politics. My point is that BJP has never been seriously and in toto and directly opposed to caste census-like exercise. But we have an example of 2011 caste census. In 2009, there was a debate in parliament, and you listen, go to the parliament library and listen what our then leaders, Arun Jaitley ji, Sushma Swaraj ji, and Gopinath Munde ji, and all the leaders, top leaders, what they have said. We have said that caste census can be conducted, and Congress, which accepted it that we will conduct the caste census in 2011. What happened? Congress party did a conspiracy and they separated the caste census from the actual census, which is conducted under the purview of Census Act. And later on, in conducting a separate caste census, 6,000 crore around rupees were invested.
Okay.
Vested. Public exchequer money. And just let me complete the point. And you know what we got? 9 crore discrepancies. We end up adding more than 5 lakh to 10 lakh castes, different castes. Mandal Commission suggests only 6,000 around castes.
Okay.
So what is this? And now they are the same people are
No, but
asking.
put that out in public domain. Let there be a discussion on the way it was conducted and whatever has been the problem. Why are you trying to hide it?
No, nobody is hiding. You know, we have to again invest more than 6,000 crore to complete all the discrepancies.
When will that happen, sir? To 2021 population census is pending. 2021 population census is pending. Initially, you said it was because of COVID. That is also right now on the back foot. Why doesn't the government start it?
That is another thing. You are debating the caste census. My point is that we are concerned about the modality.
Okay.
India is a vast country.
Okay,
you know,
okay. You made that point. That is what the government said in the Supreme Court as well. But Sujata Paul, if I may ask you, is the Congress trying to only stir the pot? Sir, hold on, sir. You've made your point. Let me get to my other guest as well. Sir, it's...
Subcaste of Brahmins comes under OBCs.
Hold on. I'll come to you. You will have more opportunity to, in fact, make your point. It just can't be a monologue between you and I, sir. Let me get my other guest as well. So, Sujata Paul, is the Congress only trying to stir the pot because they feel that there is some benefit politically out of it? Because as far as the demand for caste census is concerned, look at your own history, and this is what the BJP is pointing out today. From Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to Rajiv Gandhi, all in one way or the other have been opposed to this caste census. You've called it a can of worms if it is opened. Like Mr. Rajiv Gandhi said that when he was talking about the Mandal Commission. How suddenly does the party think that they have to stand behind and put their weight behind the caste census before the 2024 election?
The first thing is that Mr. Modi has been going to town shouting at the top of his lungs how he's an OBC and how he has risen from being an OBC. Today he's the Prime Minister of the country. He's my Prime Minister as well. But when you talk about the census, why should there not be a caste census? Because every single person of this country needs to benefit the social welfare schemes, and most importantly, the ones who are the weakest as far as the social economic ladder is concerned. A country cannot progress unless every single person gets equal opportunity, and for that, unless you have a caste census, how will we come to know?
But Sujata Paul, it took the Congress from 2011 to 2023 to come to this conclusion that how important is this? Or is it just the changed political realities that is prompting the Congress party to come up with this, clarion call of conducting the caste census?
Not at all. We are seeing what the situation in the country is today. We are also seeing that on the one hand, the Prime Minister talks about, the poor, the weaker sections of society, but we want to see data. We want people to know the data that, who is represented where. Because if you go by the data of the secretaries,
Sir, hold on, sir. Sir, hold on. Let me tell you one thing, sir. We are not on this program. We don't speak over each other. The program is called Breaking Views. So everybody has their point of view. I ask the question, they present it, and then I move on to the other guest. So let her complete. I will come to you.
Yes. So for the progress of all castes, it's very important because the country will progress only when every single person progresses. Because if you look at one last point, the data of the secretaries is alarming because you do not have OBCs as secretaries, as additional secretaries. So in the entire, if you look at all the secretaries, under secretaries and all, then we have a 7% data of OBCs being secretaries.
Okay, I'm coming back to you, ma'am. But Naval Kishore ji, isn't it also based on data? And this is what we have seen, that reservation. And that's one of the worries as far as the government and political parties are concerned, that if the numbers come out, then there will possibly be more clamor for reservation by various castes and groups. So far, the reservation, the data will tell you, has, rather than uplifting communities on the whole, have only helped to create a creamy layer. Should then there be not an argument or at least, a discussion around whether it should be for EWS quota, like for economically weaker sections, not based on certain caste or for certain communities?
First of all, we must understand that what constitutions say about this positive discrimination, all the so-called reservation. It suggests there are only two bases on which you can provide reservation, and that is required for social justice. One is that those who have undergone historical disadvantage or historical exploitation, in which SCs and STs come. And the other on which reservation could be provided is that social and educational backwardness. And so far as data is concerned, who is afraid of data? No, there is no doubt that BJP is afraid of data. And they are talking of Congress then and Congress now. You look at BJP in Bihar and BJP in the state, in the center. BJP in the state has always been there in support of any resolution which was passed in the assembly, Bihar assembly, and in fact twice. But BJP at the center of late has started saying that it will divide society. So who is afraid at present? Leave past. Don't go to the past. If you look at past, let me complete. If you look at the past, when Mandal Commission was constituted, this BJP, which came out of it, out of Janata Party in 1980,
right.
It was part of Janata Party government. When Mandal Commission was constituted and when Mandal Commission was implemented in 1989, BJP moved out of the government, BP Singh government, saying that this will divide the society.
And they
so who is against it already?
They protested against it. Okay, yeah. You made your point,
yes.
sir. Let me get in Professor Sanjay Kumar on this. Sanjay Kumar, for the benefit of our viewers, how and why is it important to collect or to conduct caste census? And how does this politically impact the landscape of this country, sir?
Ankit, first, why it is important to collect caste census. I think for any policy to be formulated, you need a baseline. And what is that baseline? You need the existing information about the existing situation. So if the government wants to initiate any policy or, have any policy, you need a baseline. And where does the baseline come from? It cannot come from 1931 census, because after that, several decades have passed. So there is a need that you first do the head count, and along with the head count, also figure out what is the level of socio-economic development of the people for which the head count is being done, and for which BJP is thinking in terms of having some policies, welfare policies. That is why I think there is a need for caste census, and along with the caste census, also look at their socio-economic background. The second question, how could possibly it affect the politics of this country? See, I think the fear among the BJP camp is that possibly this could result into what we call Mandal 2.0. Remember, there was a time when the Mandal Commission report was implemented, and after that, large number of regional parties have come up, and they have a very strong, solid support base among the OBC caste. But what has happened during last 10 years, a large section of OBC caste has moved towards BJP, and BJP has done a lot of hard work for that.
Yes.
So there is a shift of the lower OBC vote in favor of BJP, and if the numbers come, maybe that could give an handle to the regional party to play politics around that.
Right.
And maybe the fear is BJP might start losing the OBC support base, which they have been able to inculcate after a lot of hard work.
Okay, Nikhil Anand, respond to what Professor Kumar was saying. Is that the fear for the Bharatiya Janata Party? Pure politics as far as the electoral game is concerned? Because for a government, the government possibly would want, and for a government which claims to be working for the poorest of the poor, for the last people, as far as this country is concerned, for the OBC specifically, the Prime Minister and the BJP keeps talking about it. All your assumptions possibly are 90-year-old.
So, first of all, I would like to say that there is no fear in BJP. Narendra Modi government has done the biggest welfare, launched biggest welfare schemes, and he has taken decision, the biggest one after Mandal Commission. The reservation for OBCs in need, venture capital fund for OBCs. We have 27 OBC ministers in the union cabinet And that is the first
But
time.
Nikhil bhai, based on what the data is, you possibly are doing all this based on the data which is 90-year-old.
Constitutional status to OBC
Only
commission.
hours.
This we waited for 30 years. Congress is the only party which has cheated the OBCs of this country. Jawaharlal Nehru just threw the Tata Kalelkar report into the dustbin, and Indira Gandhi kept the Mandal Commission report in waiting. And we are the party.
And you are the party which went against Mandal Commission. You are the party which went against Mandal Commission. You were quoting. Sir, hold on. Listen to the question. Anand Saab, hold on. Listen to the question. Anand Saab, listen to the question. It can't be a monologue, sir. You quoted Mr. Arun Jaitley. Mr. Arun Jaitley, his politics started. He was one of the biggest proponents. It's in fact a poster boy as far as the anti-Mandal politics is concerned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Respond to that, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, just repeat the question again.
I'm saying you quoted Mr. Arun Jaitley. Mr. Arun Jaitley was one of the poster boys of anti-Mandal politics.
See, but I am saying that in 2009, when the Caste Census debate was in Parliament, you just go through the debate. And he was the one. He presented a very good theory that why this caste census should be conducted. It is not that BJP in toto has rejected this thing. We are concerned about the modalities. You know, I told you that Giri Goswami.
You made that point.
But these 4 Brahmin community comes under EBCs in Bihar. And you know, in Balvik,
You made that point. You made that point. You made that point, sir. We are going into a repetitive mode. Sujata Paul, but it also smacks of politics of convenience. One side on the BJP and also on the Congress party of changing stance. What about merit, man? This is what Jawaharlal Nehru also said. What about merit if you only push caste-based reservation?
How they will accommodate the Congress?
To be quiet. Yes, you know, it's very important to understand that India is going to be 100 in a few years. And obviously there should be, we should be checking out and analyzing how all the policies that were made, has it reached all the people? There are lots of communities which might even get extinct. Does the BJP even know this? Of course they do. And that is why they don't want to give us the caste census. Now, these are basically for remedial measures. Keep quiet.
Sir, please don't interrupt. Anand Saab, please don't interject. Let us complete a point. So you also spoke. Go ahead quickly.
You know, there are remedial measures that will be taken if you know the data. Now, you know, the BJP spokesperson just spoke about how there, you know, there are a whole lot of OBC ministers in the government. That's not enough. So, you know, and second point, from where have they come? If you don't have a, you know, measure to find out how many people have come out from which strata, why are you projecting? On the one hand, you're going to town.
Dr. Naval Kishore, are the regional parties in a bind and supporting this because they see their base, their only base, which is the regional or the caste-based parties like the RJD, which has support of a particular caste, it is known for that eroding at the hands of the BJP, and you want to reverse those gains?
Ankit, if you look at the history of RJD, it has stood for social justice, secularism and socialism. It is not just caste. When you talk of Mandal Commission, it is a very scientific document. It has recommended 40 different recommendations. Only 2 recommendations, that is one in service and another in educational institution. There are 38 more.
Right.
BJP to talk on.
Sir, I'm losing your voice. We'll try and figure that out and come back to you. In conclusion, Professor Sanjay Kumar, is this a clever political ploy, or will it have a larger impact as far as our society is concerned? How do you see this going forward, sir?
Ankit, I don't think that it is going to have a very large impact on the society as concerned, or even if we talk about socio-economic upliftment of the OBCs are concerned. I can clearly see that there is a lot of politics being played around that. It's not about any party being sincere about the upliftment of the OBC caste as such.
Very, very important. And I think that should be the last word on the show. That is what we were trying to speak about and to ask all the political parties and our guests as well, how their position changes. That is politics of convenience. I thank all my guests for joining me.